Howard, what do you think the main message the Hermitage is trying to convey through this film?
We would like the public, our visitors in particular, but the general public, to get a broader perspective on Jackson, to kind of widen the lens from the discourse that has gone on in the last few years about him, and to see the fuller picture of Jackson.
But how does producing a film on such a key figure in our nation's history differ from other projects that Cortina Films does?
I'd say for me personally, I'd say that I have a lot to say about Jackson now, which is not something that I expected when I went into this. Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't have expected it, but I was new to this just like anybody else was, coming into learning about Jackson and learning about the ways in which he changed the country. And for me, especially in this current time with Jackson in the news and also with an election going on, I find myself constantly thinking about Jackson, about his legacy, about his strengths, his weaknesses, his blessings, his curses. And I'm very compelled to share that with all of the visitors that are going to be seeing this film.
But can you just tell us what you think the main message the Hermitage is trying to convey through this film?
The main message is that Jackson was a transformational figure. He was a controversial figure in his time and again today, but he was also a transformational figure during a period of American history when the country was fragile. The United States was going through as many changes, as profound changes, as it is today. And it was a time when there was the need for a strong leader, and Jackson was certainly a strong leader.
Dealing with a historical figure, they're human beings. Jackson was a human being, and he was inhabited a time. We do a lot of content related to science, a lot of content related to sports, where there's very specific outcomes and ways to interpret those outcomes. With people like Andrew Jackson, with any historical figure, there's so much to the person, so much more than meets the eye. And it becomes a journey into history, into personalities, into contradictions in Jackson's case, that we have to navigate in order to give someone a very well-rounded and comprehensive idea of who these people were, why they did what they did, and the context in which they did what they did.
What role, Howard, will this film have in enhancing the visitor's experience to the Hermitage?
The film will be literally the visitor's first introduction to the site. And once they've bought a ticket, come into the visitor center, they'll see the film first before they pick up the audio tours, before they tour the exhibit, and tour the grounds in the mansion. So it's really setting the stage for the visitor to grasp Jackson and the fact that this is his home. And as Brent said, how does this then reflect the man?